turned his back on questions as the First Lady followed, applauding.
Did you hear what I said, Did you hear me?
I mean, that is how you address a rumor about you. Just like that.
Well,
you go hard,
but he
you
lied.
say
caught lying,
names,
though.
and then you get the fuck out of there. Yeah, it doesn't always work out, but that is how you do it.
And then you can't.
You are!
There it is.
Hell yeah, boss!
Oh, hey!
Oh, yeah!
Good morning and welcome to episode 1038 of Hard Factor. It is Wednesday, September 14th, 2022. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. Guys, remember when we used to call it What the Fuck Wednesday when every single story was submitted by a listener?
Yes, I also, but I have some what the fuck stories, and one of them was submitted by a listener.
Nice. Look at that. Carrying on the tradition. I think all mine were listener submitted today as well. Nice. Okay, today we're talking Wes has more models, inflation, ladybugs, death, scandal, and somehow more in the cup of coffee in the big time.
Oh,
what else you got in there?
It's
You
going
don't
to be a
want
long
the floor
show.
model.
Emmys, we got all kinds of stuff. Man. I don't know. I might not get to it all, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, we got a laundry
I might
list.
not get to it all.
All right. Well, on deck, if we get through that, Mark's got a new segment about inappropriate sexualization that I'm sure we will all handle like true professionals.
Absolutely. It's I like what I got. You're gonna like it too.
I've known us to have very delicate hands when dealing with sensitive issues like that.
We get in trouble.
I've got UFO news from the Ukrainian front, the Russian invasion of Ukraine, the front line there, and well, not really the front line, but around there, and a trip down under in the TikTok International Moment, and then Pat's got Tommy Lee's massive dick back at it again. Just
What's it
back.
up to now?
Never left, man.
Yeah.
It's hard to leave it, honestly.
Yeah.
Things
Oh, it
everywhere.
is. Yeah, it's back on the
Thing
internet.
is everywhere.
Big time.
Soon as you think you got to the end of it, there's the beginning again.
Nope,
Yeah.
there it is, honking another horn. Hey, I'm back. It's me, Tommy Lee's dick. How long has it been?
A little captain's hat for it.
Pretty big captain's hat, really. But yeah.
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 He gets that reaction that none of us will ever have. You know, like when like a porn star pulls out like a giant dick and they just smile and like admire it. Like, oh my god.
You never had someone completely fake it for you?
Of course, I've had people fake it,
Yeah.
but I know it's fake.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's mostly like this is a great dick.
You've
This
never,
is
you never hooked
It's
up
a
with
great
sweetheart?
dick. It's a
I
you have a
promise.
great dick, hon.
I promise you, the best I've ever had.
Damn. All right.
I mean, wow.
Enough.
Does that?
Enough of
What a
comedy.
thing.
Yeah.
Has
like
anyone
Tommy
ever told
Lee's.
you?
I'm the best, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
If you say otherwise, we're gonna end up. It's gonna be a fight. But hey, why don't you just rank me right now
Yeah.
against all your other lovers?
Compare me.
That's always a,
Am I the
that's
median-
always a nice,
Am I
calm
the median lover
conversation
and median
every
dick, or
time.
is it?
Yeah.
Am I an outlier?
This is a once in a. Jeez, I don't even know. I've never. Wow.
Yeah.
I got a question.
What did your
honey.
dad do?
Yeah.
I'm not going to leave you alone until you give me that ranking. Come on.
Tell me how he was. Okay. You guys want to get into the coffee?
Let's do it.
Let's just get
Out of 30?
Out of 30. Yeah.
Cup of coffee in the big time.
A cup of coffee in the big time. Joke of the day. The joke of the day is just a picture. There it is. It's King Charles. And let's not forget that he cheated on the world's sweetheart, Princess Diana. Okay?
Lest we not.
Let's just not forget that. Also, let's not forget that he wanted to know what the complexion of Meghan and Harry's child would be before it was born. Now, he was very concerned about that.
Rank
He
it.
inquired.
How
inquired.
dark?
He and Camilla, who he cheated on with against Diana, were talking about the complexion of Harry and Meghan's son before.
Allegedly, it was Charles that was like,
oh yeah,
he's gonna be too dark to be in the royal family.
Oh, look at that.
Charles knew he was going to be too dark.
Yeah.
So that's the joke of the day. Moving on, entertainment news. Lots of Nintendo news today. New Zelda. You can now play Goldeneye online with other people. A lot of nerdy Nintendo stuff. Too much to mention, frankly.
Goldeneye is good though.
Yeah, Nintendo's
You're just
awesome.
going to leave it there? You're just going to say that? You're not going to say that they restored it to like a 4K version and it's absolutely amazing?
I figured the Goldeneye guys would jump in with that, yes.
Yeah.
I know
you're
a
right.
big
I mean,
Goldeneye guy.
You weren't a GoldenEye guy? You weren't a sleepover guy?
I was a Goldeneye guy. I was more Twisted Metal, though.
everybody loves Goldeneye.
I'm
Or
indifferent
PlayStation?
I'm
Yeah.
indifferent to the remastered because it's only on Xbox. The Switch version's like not remastered.
Well, the Xbox is really dominating. If I
love Xbox.
had no money,
Yeah.
if I had more than no money, I'd buy an Xbox.
Right. Well, I'm glad I don't have I'm glad I don't have the PlayStation 5 because if I ever get money again, I might get the Xbox instead.
Exactly. Good thing to be starved out of the PlayStation 5
That's
this
right.
year.
Yeah. All right. Well, if you really care, you'll just Google Nintendo. There's a plethora of information for you. Also, update
Like
on the
you
story.
do anyways, you nerds.
Exactly. like I'm telling you anything new, you nerds.
Yeah, you nerds.
First up, update on a story Pat covered yesterday. P&B, who was shot during that robbery, he did die, unfortunately. Apparently, that particular Roscoe's was surrounded by like 7 gang territories and was just like a known place to not go if you're, don't want to get robbed and you have lots of bling on and just a terrible tragedy. So R.I.P. PNB. Also R.I.P. Ken Starr, the man who got Clinton impeached and who shockingly was still alive up until yesterday. From Fox, appointed in 1994, to probe a shadowy land deal involving Clinton's tenure as governor of Arkansas. Starr widely expanded the probe. The investigation then went into Clinton's involvement in the failed real estate venture, to misconduct in the White House travel office, the unauthorized obtaining of FBI personal files by senior administration staffers, and, of course, his blowjob that he got from Monica Lewinsky. Starr told reporters and pundits that he was compelled to take the Whitewater appointment because of principle. Quote, "Truth is a bedrock concept in morality and law," was his famous saying. So
Yeah, and he's also like too big of a nerd to say, "Are you going to pass up an opportunity to write a report about a blowjob?"
exactly.
And the
exactly.
cigar.
Right. I mean, come on. He enjoyed that assignment.
So
And
Clinton smoked the cigar after he did
And
it,
the
right?
undergarments.
oh yeah,
He smoked it like in her face.
All right. I mean, imagine he dip it and then he probably
did.
smoked it after.
oh he
dipped it.
definitely,
I imagine he dipped it
Dirty dog.
mouth tip first.
Hey, you lick it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not with
so
your lips.
what's fucked up is
well,
that Starr actually died during surgery at Baylor St. Luke's Medical Center. So here come the conspiracy theories about the doctor
Clintons.
being paid off by the Clintons, blah 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 blah.
the body count gross.
Body count.
Let's get
But
an
in honor,
he's got a cigar in his body. They dropped the cigar in him and sewed him back up.
yeah. But in honor of Ken, bringing the most famous blowjob ever into our lives, maybe second to Pamela and Tommy Lee, who knows? Here is Bill Clinton lying to his teeth to the American public.
Say one thing to the American people. I want you to listen to me. I'm going to say this again. I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky. I never told anybody to lie, not a single time, never. These allegations are false, and I need to go back to work for the American people. Thank you.
He turned his back on questions as the First Lady followed, applauding.
Did you hear what I said, Monica? Did you hear me?
I mean, that is how you address a rumor about you. Just like that.
Well,
you
but
go
he-
hard,
but he
you
lied. He
got
say
caught lying,
names,
though.
and then you get the fuck out of there. Yeah, it doesn't always work out, but that is how you
Right.
do it.
And then you bang her hard that same day. Yeah.
If it
Well,
wasn't
not
for
Hillary,
Linda
though,
Tripp,
somebody else.
wasn't
No,
for Linda
Monica.
Tripp.
Yeah.
You hear what I said, Monica? I think they bought it.
See, when I said relations, I meant intercourse, and I didn't do that with you.
Go on, put it on my head. Put
was
that
telling the
thong
truth
thing
in
on my
my
face.
mind.
Second
And,
term is always worse than the first for any sitting president, but I'm sure Clinton wasn't expecting that one.
I am an attorney, and I didn't tell you to lie. I had someone else tell you to lie. See? You see?
For
It could have been a
Halloween, I'm
lot
going with
worse.
Thong Man.
In hindsight, he could have gotten Epstein discovered back when he was president. That would have been way worse. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, he could have deflected.
More entertainment news. The Emmys were Monday night, but nobody really knows who won except one person, Quinta Brunson. And that's because Jimmy Kimmel is being dragged online and accused of white privilege after he allegedly stole Quinta's spotlight by playing dead drunk right next to her in a bit gone too far. So, oh my God. The gist of it is Will Arnett drugged Jimmy on stage after Jimmy lost for the 13th time for a late night show Emmy. And he got into the skinny marks backstage. That was the joke. So he had to drag him on stage to present the best writer in a comedy series, which went to Quinta. And she went on stage, and Jimmy just didn't give up the joke. He laid on stage
During
right
her
there.
speech.
Yeah, during her speech.
So he's in the shot during her entire acceptance speech. Yeah.
Right. I
Oh
mean,
my
they
God, he
cut to
did
a
this at
close-up.
he did this at the Oscars?
No, the
Emmys.
Emmys.
Oh, well, then why are we talking about it?
Because it was trending very high.
No,
because
I know. I'm
people were
kidding. What I'm
outraged.
saying is the Emmys, not that prestigious.
Right.
people were outraged with
Committing
were
to a
out.
bit.
People were outraged. So the tweet that got everyone real riled up was this one by sociology professor Hiba Gawayed. Quote, if Quinta Brunson stepping over Jimmy Kimmel, who literally laid in her spotlight on the day she won an Emmy, isn't a metaphor for what it means to be a woman of color in a white man's world, I don't know what is.
Yeah, bad visual.
Heba's been vindicated. Big
It's a bad visual for Jimmy,
She
for
knew it.
sure.
Well, it's also a marketing technique now because the winner is going on his show on Wednesday night, and she joked
Yeah.
about it. So that's
yeah.
the most watched Jimmy Kimmel show in the history of
Exactly.
Jimmy
All
Kimmel.
she has to do is be offended by
She's
his
gonna punch him.
his
She
joke.
said she's gonna fake punch him, and then they're gonna hug.
She's a
him.
comedian,
Yes,
so
'cause
she's
she-
probably going to say, oh, okay, the bit didn't work.
She should just lay on his desk or something.
She also said, I know Jimmy, and the bit didn't bother me. Honestly, Jimmy gave me my first big late night spot. He was one of the first people to see Abbott Elementary. He was the first person to message me on
Good show, by the
Instagram.
way.
So take that, all you fucks.
This is just he was a too comfortable thing. He got too comfortable with it.
He went too far with the bit, and unfortunately, the camera angle had his face in her entire speech. Otherwise, no big deal. But the angle was bad.
He didn't
framing.
think of
He didn't think of the framing. Yeah.
No, he didn't think of the visual of the
Yes,
joke. Like
correct.
the joke is funny, but he didn't think of how it would be perceived on the internet, and that's
And he
just-
didn't want to
Exactly.
awkwardly get up. I guess
He wasn't purposely being a white privileged piece of shit. He was just being
Right, he's friends
just
with
a
her.
stupid bit. Yeah, he was great. He's
just
great friends
too
with her.
comfortable with her, and
exactly.
you get a stupid bit.
Oh,
He's
wow.
probably got the biggest heart of any of the late night hosts.
He cries.
I thought
the
we
most,
would
that's
be
for
done
sure.
with him after the Ted Cruz basketball game. I fucking
Yeah, that
am
was
so sick.
embarrassing.
Ted Cruz and Jimmy Kimmel can both fuck off for eternity after that. That was
Well,
the worst.
One of those
showing
guys
all
is
time.
evil.
Well, but they're both annoying. You know, to me,
evil and
I'm
annoying
annoyed
are
by both
different.
of you. Really,
different.
I don't want to be bothered by either of you.
I like Abbott Elementary. Funny show if you haven't watched it.
I haven't seen it yet. I'll check it out now,
Streaming.
though.
Yeah, it's funny.
Adam Carolla, way cooler of the two man show hosts, in my opinion.
Yeah, Jimmy's gotten too political.
You're a
he's-
Stan
oh, and
Hope
Adam
guy?
Carolla hasn't gotten too political.
No, but I don't. I mean,
Okay.
Jimmy's
Adam
more in the
Carolla-
They
limelight.
both got super political.
Very
Oh
political.
my god.
Jimmy's got his own
Carolla.
show, so he stands
Carolla's
out
just
more.
funnier to me. Jimmy's not funny. He's just like
All right,
To me,
agree
it's
to
just-
disagree. I mean, we're
Anyway,
split.
better entertainment news. Let's move
You
on.
know which direction which one went that they did our show?
Yeah, Adam Carolla did do our show.
Sure.
hey, at least he's down.
The only
he's
people who
approachable.
will
He's
argue
down
our
with
show.
He's down with the Hardo Hive, Pat. Are you just like you? So you think that like that was shitty of him?
I think conservatives do our shows. That's what I think.
Oh,
I think that's generally been the guest.
so you
No,
think
that's not a
Jimmy
bad
Kimmel?
thing.
You think Jimmy?
not
It's just our
scared.
politics holding us back from getting Jimmy Kimmel on the show
What are we doing?
right
I don't know
now.
what it is. I think it's like the level of stardom. I don't know.
I think they're just too scared.
It could be.
Yeah. Better entertainment news. Let's move on from all that bullshit and talk about supermodels, shall we? Gigi Hadid was trending. There she is. You know, she's a 27-year-old hot American model. She was trending because, well, the put it bluntly, she is 47-year-old Leonardo DiCaprio's rebound romp after he split with his supermodel girlfriend Camilla Morone after being with her for 4 years. Here's Camilla. Sources say that they are getting to know each other.
What a Morone for breaking up with letting
what a Morone.
DiCaprio break up with her.
Well, it means Leo though.
What's Marone with her?
Her age, Pat.
Yeah,
She should have got pregnant. Is what she's a
aged
Morone
out
for
of
not
the
getting
Leo-
pregnant. Yeah,
Right.
She did.
She aged out of the Leo dating program.
Yeah.
She did. That's exactly what happened.
But
to
you
him.
The 6-year process.
He must have like a really good. He might have snipped himself, to be honest, because no kids we know of. Like,
That'd be smart.
yes, because one of these models should have been,
If you were gonna do
pulling the
rotating
goalie
door.
when you're dating Leo, you pull the goalie. That's what you do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So sources say they are getting to know each other, which means Gigi is getting to know Leo's yacht and getting to know how he likes his dick sucked as the sun rises over the Mediterranean.
Getting to know you. Getting to know.
Yeah. Go Leo. He's a legend. But hey, also go Gigi. I mean, if I was a chick, Leo would be on top of my bucket list to fuck, right? If a dick was a lotto prize, Leo's would be the Powerball. Our dicks would be like getting like 2 $1 signs on like a $1 scratcher, almost winning $1, you know?
I mean, once Clooney took himself off the market, Leo's been the #1 with the bullet, right?
This is great. Do I get my money back?
No,
I'd say we're money back.
I get to play again, huh?
We're money
All
back.
right, well, money back dollar dicks. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Wow.
Barely above. Yeah.
What a dick.
Yeah.
What a dick.
All right, fine. Sports news. You guys know who this is?
That's the coach, the owner of the Suns, yeah.
That's right. Robert Sarver. He owns the Phoenix Suns and the Mercury. Back in November, ESPN article highlighted that Sarver is a dirty dog. He's a dirty dog.
His
So back in
goatee
November.
looks
A little
gross.
too dirty.
It's like white and red. He's like a ginger who's gone gray, and he's left the whole goatee on his face.
He looks even older now than this picture.
It is crazy looking.
He makes Gruden's emails look like Mother Teresa.
Oh yeah. So the big thing that ESPN uncovered was after a loss to the Warriors. He went into the coach's room and he was talking to the coach. He says, why does Draymond Green get to run up the court and say N-word? Sarver, who's white, allegedly said he repeated the N-word several times, and then the coach Watson said, you can't say that. And Watson's black and Hispanic. And then Sarver said, why? Draymond Green says N-word. And then Watson says, you can't fucking say that. And also in the article, employees say
who
Sarver
pays your bills?
Yeah.
You N-word.
Here's Sarver's wife. He was apparently passing around pictures of her in a bikini, talking about how many times she gives him blowjobs. Like, my wife just can't stop blowing me, guys. What's the problem?
Mr. Sarver.
such a cool guy.
That's Penny. Yeah. He also asked one female employee whether he owned her to determine whether she worked for the Suns. So after an investigation by the NBA, they fined him $10 million, barred him from all NBA and WNBA buildings, including office buildings, arenas, practice facilities. So Sarver's worth $800 million
for a year. They just told him he couldn't go to work for a year.
That's what they did to the guy that on the Clippers.
No, they
right?
took his team, Pat.
Yeah,
They took
the Clippers.
They took the team from the Clippers.
That was
They just gave this guy a
Don's
1 year off of work suspension.
The thing about this is this guy's younger.
Sterling, yeah.
Yeah, Sterling was like on death's door anyways when they took the Clippers from him. This is more of like a Snyder situation, Snyder situation.
I was watching I was watching like Around the Horn, and they brought this up, and they're like, I wish you could just they vote you in. You have to be voted in by a governor's board to be eligible to be an owner. So other owners vote if you can come in. I wish they could just vote you out. And then the stat boy guy is like, didn't they do that for Sterling though? He's like, yeah, but maybe. And they're like, they were just like, why can't they do it for this guy? And he was just like, well, and they
because he's young, because he's not on death's door.
They had no answer.
They don't want to. They don't want to take a billionaire's team when he's not on
exactly.
death's door.
They had no answer.
That's the answer. Whoops.
So he's worth $800 million. If you do the math, that's like finding someone who's worth $8,100.
Right.
So it's like finding me $100.
Right.
For saying
Exactly.
being sexist.
Which is not that bad.
No, it's not
8,000. What a big bank account. Oh wow.
big.
Tell me
Where
how
are
big
we
my
going?
bank account is.
How's my dick looking now?
Where are we going for dinner?
8,000.
You say
That's a red
vacation of the
lobster,
mountains,
baby.
huh?
Yep, that's a trip to Fredericksburg. All right. Well, that does it for the trending mentions. Let's just get into the cream of the crop, which is pretty kind of juicy.
The cream of the crop!
Doing a little update on the right and left here today, okay? First, let's start with the right. On the right, a gay conservative politician who refers to the moles around his anus and taint as his
I know what you're
ladybugs
talking about.
has called for a nationwide ban on abortion after 15 weeks of pregnancy, except for cases of rape, incest, or if the mother's life is in danger. I'm, of course, talking about South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham. There he is. There's Lindsey.
Weird time. Does he think this is going to help him in the election? That must be why he's doing
Don't
it.
know what he's doing.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But doesn't he have that lockdown?
Yeah,
South
he's
Carolina, you'd think.
Yeah. No better person to chime in on women's rights than
He
a
likes
gay
attention.
conservative man, right? Nancy Pelosi and all the Dems were pissed by the proposal of old Lindsey Bugs, saying, quote, "The nationwide abortion ban proposal put forth today is the latest, clearest sign of extreme MAGA Republicans." So the Dems are really hammering their hatred for MAGA Republicans. Let's see how that divisive rhetoric plays out for them. Continuing the quote from Nancy, "The nationwide abortion ban proposal put forth today is the latest, clearest signal of MAGA Republicans' intent to criminalize women's health freedom in all 50 states and arrest doctors for providing basic care. Make no mistake, if Republicans get the chance, they will work to pass laws even more draconian than this bill, just like the bans they have enacted in states like Texas, Mississippi, and Oklahoma." So they're
Not happy with Lindsey.
not happy with old
Would
Lindsey.
that pass? Like, I just don't think like it would pass. Like,
No.
what-
It might be
No.
the
it wouldn't
might
pass.
be like the
even
Trump part of the deal, like right where you shoot for the moon and then you get what you wanted, right? It's like when if you overshoot for something, you're like,
Yeah.
all right, then we'll get this. That's what we wanted to be.
just
I mean,
seems
are
like
they-
there's no shot of that passing. Like, they're doing the same ads in Nevada right now about like the challenger, the Republican challenger, who said like, I would sign an abortion ban if but in Nevada the state the citizens would have to vote for it twice in order to get it out of the state constitution. So like, I mean, like again,
They
a
think they're going
situation where
to lose every election.
a situation where it wouldn't happen. The citizens wouldn't vote to ban abortions in the state of Nevada. I just don't think that
Codification.
they would get the whole Congress to agree to banning abortions. Like,
No.
Wait,
that's
is this
not
the
a
same
real
Lindsey
thing.
Graham that said he wouldn't confirm a Republican nominated justice during an election year after Merrick Garland got blocked? Is this the same Lindsey Graham?
I don't know, probably.
I guess
so.
it's a stupid idea. I don't know why he's pushing
I mean-
for it. I don't think he can get it passed.
I mean, these assholes are getting pretty close to where I'm going to have to get snipped.
He's just
if
trying
they
to
don't
stay
knock it
relevant.
off.
That's all he's doing.
I'm going to be forced to get it snipped if these assholes don't stop messing with women's reproductive
Right.
shit. Just knock it off, all of you. Just knock it off. Leave it alone.
Leave it alone.
Leave it alone. I don't
It's
want to
called
get my
the
snipped. I don't
Ewy
wanna get
boo.
snipped. Yeah.
Gross parts. No. Shut them down. Have them.
You're gonna get a vasectomy.
Oh, I'm saying I might if abortion's banned everywhere, I'm gonna have to probably get a fucking vasectomy. Like I don't have to deal with going to jail if I don't want a child. Like
It'll
0%
cost-
chance
it'll
you
cost
get a
you a pamphlet.
vasectomy over this, but
Oh, I'm having a little bit of a joke, Will. Do you want to just do all hardline Republican jokes today?
We're gonna have to borrow some of Wes's $8,000.
Yeah, I'm going to borrow some money.
Hey, I'll fly you
and-
on Spirit over to
I
California.
heard you're sore for a little bit afterwards, so just
Can I
Well,
pick
my
my
dad
sleeve
got a
leave it alone.
vasectomy. He
Leave
said
it alone,
feels like
gentlemen.
you get kicked in the nuts for a week. That's what he said.
Little
Leave it alone,
bee
Lindsey
stings is what
Graham.
I've heard,
Leave it
yeah.
alone, everyone. Enough.
Let's go see what the left's up to. Newest inflation numbers have been released, and while CPI with food and energy included only rose 0.1% in August after staying the same in July, the core CPI, which includes everything else like rent, healthcare, other goods and services, and excludes the volatile prices of energy and food, rose 0.6%. And that is up 6.3% on the year. This is what economists really pay attention to. So, yeah, those gas prices have fallen quite a bit.
because we drained the strategic reserve. I mean,
Yeah, those 292 looks pretty sexy, but did your rent go down, Mark? Did your electric bill go down, Pat? No. Those keep going up. So be careful which numbers you're paying attention to. This is
Yeah, the CPI
Democrats did this.
No, this is inflation, Pat. The CPI is so high that in the following states you're going to get a minimum wage
They're in
adjustment.
charge now.
Arizona, Maine, Montana, Ohio, and South Dakota. That's how high CPI was. Is that it triggered minimum wage increases in 7 states.
Yeah. So the annual inflation rate, second straight month from it's steady, but that's not including stuff like food cost. Like food costs rose to 11.4%, the most since 1979.
Yeah, groceries are highest.
Rent the most since 1984, and the Dow plunged over 1,200 points. Oh, and a big old bad Jerome over at the Fed is going to hike rates again, 0.75%. So get ready for higher interest rates on credit cards, adjustable mortgages, which if you have one of those, good luck. Car loans, personal loans. Jerome doesn't care. Yeah.
Don't do anything adjustable rate because the Fed's going to raise rates hard.
Adjustable
They're
rate
pricing
is, fucked.
Yeah, nuts. That means they can raise your rate anytime. They're pricing in now 23 or like a 0.25% chance that the Fed will do a 100 basis point hike at the end of this month in 2 weeks, September 27th. So far, they've only been doing 75 basis points at a time, which
And that
is
ain't
0.75%.
working.
And since inflation's still out of control, they might people are thinking they may even get more aggressive.
1%.
Now, the more they raise inflation or interest, like Wes just said, that's going to make borrowing money a lot harder. So you just prepare yourself.
Dude,
That's
I worked
like
with
those people that got screwed on the adjustable electricity in Texas for those small. And then when everyone used the power, their adjustable rate went up 10,000%.
Right. Yeah, adjustable rate can be dangerous.
Rates, it's risky.
Especially if a recession hits. Yeah.
I worked with so many guys back. It was like, I guess the housing crisis,
Yeah.
whenever the adjustable rate, whenever the Fed hiked rates. And these guys, they all had mortgages with adjustable rates, and they lost their homes, they lost their cars, they lost their homes because
exactly.
I mean, it was fucked.
08. Yeah, 08. A lot of the foreclosures were adjustable rate mortgages, and so
terrible.
when and even before, I feel like adjustable rate mortgages were really big back in the day, like in the 90s and shit, and like early 2000s. Probably like the .com boom, people are having that shit. It's you just get ready, because like the recession, I know I've been saying forever. But and this is not one I'm happy to say I told you so on, but it's here. We hit a major recession. It's probably, in my opinion, going to be similar to the 2008, 2007 time frame, and who knows how long it'll last. A lot of banks are saying that they expect housing market to be downturned the entire next year, 2023, all of it. So recessions are typically around 18 months. Who knows when it really started, but I think we're definitely in it. It's kind of hard to say that we're not at this point.
Hey, Wes, now that you're like up north, does this Chevron look familiar to you? The Star Stop. Do you know where this is?
It's a nice.
North I-35.
It's good looking.
Do you know where that
gas
is?
station stop.
North I-35.
Windsor Park.
What's the crossroad up there? Is that 79? No.
The
I'm way north of this.
Why
dude.
do you ask?
Oh, that's 290. It's right at 290. Have you ever been to Target?
I'm way north of this, buddy. Why?
Oh, I'm just curious.
Why?
Because someone hit a $5 million scratcher there.
Oh, you kidding me?
Yeah. I was just curious if you ever been there.
That would be a good
not anymore.
buster.
Now that's
$5 million
it's dried up now. You never go
Lightning
there.
doesn't
it's
strike
dry now?
twice at the same Chevron.
Very dry now. One more thing. So
I do remember that one though. That's I've passed by. When I used to live on 183. I passed by that one a lot.
Yeah.
Could have been you.
In the middle of all this inflation stuff.
Well, no, I don't live there anymore.
Yeah. Biden threw himself a Inflation Reduction Act celebration.
That was the weirdest choice. Yeah, I was tweeting about this in the morning when I saw him announce it. I'm like, bro, groceries hit the highest they've been since 1979.
Not
and you're
time to
gonna
celebrate.
do an inflation reduction celebration ceremony.
Didn't sit well with old McConnell either. Well, you can't make it up. Hours after this terrible inflation report, the White House is hosting an inflation reduction celebration. Democrats have spent our economy into disaster, and now they're partying while families pay. They could not look more out of touch if they tried. So that's old Mitch. So
Free
just remind us-
server.
Yeah.
Free server from the Suns. Free server.
Yeah, free server.
From somebody who's constantly out of touch. Yeah, Mitch McConnell.
So just a reminder, guys, Democrats are still delusional, acting like inflation is under control, and Republicans are still acting like a bunch of religious extremist nut jobs. Life goes on. All right. And that's the coffee for today. Nothing worse than being uncomfortable, right, guys? Going to a nice event, wearing some stiff
I'm
dress
uncomfortable
shirt,
right now. Yeah.
chokes you to death, makes you look like a pity invite who's just going to eat the hors d'oeuvres and leave. Well, those days of feeling uncomfortable and looking bad are over, thanks to Mizzen and Main, the inventors of the performance fabric dress shirt. Nothing worse than being uncomfortable. Mizzen and Main knows that. That's why they made the most lightweight, breathable, and moisture-wicking dress shirt you can buy. Their high-performance dress shirts are warm in the winter and cool in the summer. Think of their clothing as your secret weapon for any occasion. Give Mizzen and Main a try. You'll never go back to conventional men's clothing again. I promise you that. I can tell you firsthand, Mizzen and Main's
Can't
dress
wait to
shirts.
wear mine again tomorrow. I didn't wash it on purpose so I could wear it twice this week because it's that comfortable.
You can do that too.
You can definitely wear those shirts twice in a week.
And when you want to wash it, you don't have to take it to the dry cleaner. You just put it in the machine, which saves you a lot of money, those expensive trips to the dry cleaner. So, what are you doing? Wore Mizzen and Main to my wedding over the weekend. I just walked in the bridal suite and just right off the bat told all the girls I was off limits. I said, listen, ladies, I know I look good. I know this shirt is amazing, but I'm spoken for. Just got to get that out of the way so we don't have any problems later on. Okay?
Did the bride try to leave with you?
I mean, I got a few looks. It was uncomfortable during the photo session.
Even during the ceremony, a couple of looks. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it was unbelievable.
Wes did the first dance and the father then the bride dance because he was at that point the new groom and her father.
What do you mean private photo session? Yeah.
Wes goes, yeah, easily top 30.
Yeah, rate it.
Yeah. So if you wear dress shirts and don't wear Mizzen and Main, you're making a huge mistake. If it's still hot where you live, it's still 100 degrees where I live. So these things are great. So if you want the best damn dress shirts money can buy, check out Mizzen and Main right now. If you go to mizzenandmain.com and use promo code HARDFactor, you'll get $25 off any regular price order of $130 or more. $25 off when you go to mizzenandmain.com. Use promo code HARDFactor.
Lovely. And look, we all want to turn back the clock. For some, it's for vanity. Others, just to relive those glory days. For me, I want to go back to waking up every morning with zero brain fog, a clear mind, and to be as energized as I was when I was younger. Even on days I wake up with 8 hours of sleep and not drinking the night before, eating healthy maybe even. My old ass had been waking up with brain fog, and I was brushing my teeth. I'm like, I'm going to get out of it, right? I'm going to wake up. No, it took me an hour and a half, 2 hours to get into the flow of the day. That sucks. But you notice I said because now, thanks to first person, I'm waking up feeling fresh. Today, I popped out of bed, threw on some fucking sneakers, and got on the elliptical within 5 to 7 minutes. Okay, I was up, I was active, I was feeling good. No more brain fog, right?
But it was easy to pull out of the convenient holders too.
It was the magnetized holders. Just twisted the top off. Well, last night. Twisted the top off before bed last night, popped them in with some water. After witnessing the deteriorating effects Alzheimer's had on their father and grandfather's cognitive health, brothers Chris and Joe were determined to take their brain health into their own hands, which is exactly what they did with 25 years of research. They created First Person, an innovative precision-targeted cognitive supplement system which uses the brain-boosting medicinal benefits of mushrooms to activate the full potential of human cognition and brain health. First Person supplements are made with the functional mushrooms. They aim to stimulate the body's natural production of specific neurotransmitters that trigger activities like energy, mood, and sleep. First Person uses 100% grain-free organic mushrooms as well as highly curated blend of nutraceuticals sourced from best-in-class vendors. I've been favoring the moonlight at night recently because I'm trying to get rid of that brain fog. I know Pat was talking about that golden hour, get that mood going in the afternoon, right? And then there's the morning ones too. I think, Will, you were saying you like the morning ones.
Sunbeam. I like a sunbeam anytime, and I'll mix it with my golden hour if I want a little wild ride. Yeah.
What about you, Wes?
Moonbeam.
Yeah, you're a night guy. All right.
Yeah.
Start improving your brain health and cognition.
Couple of
with
night guys.
First Person. A couple of night guys getting a good night's sleep. Get 15% off your first order by going to getfirstperson.com and use code HARDFactor. That's GETFIRSTPERSON.com. Code HARDFactor for 15% off your first order. Getfirstperson.com. Code HARDFactor. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent any disease. And fellas, I've got a new segment for you today. It's called Sexy Time Too Young? No, no, no. Sexy Time Too Old? Also no, no, no. Yeah.
No
that's-
sexy time.
Yeah.
We'll see.
The old one though, wouldn't it depend on your age?
You'll see.
Okay.
And then we can come up with a conclusion at the end. First up, let's go Too Young first, where a Rhode Island teacher has finally been placed on administrative leave for being a creep to young female students this is at a middle school, after young male students kept a running log of the shit he said and did to the girls, to his students. So apparently people complained that Davisville middle school teacher, whose name was not made public, so we will call him Bo Diddley, was being too inappropriate with his female students. And by people, I mean students and parents of the students, one of which claimed that their daughter was being stalked out of school, outside of school by Mr. Diddley or Diddler, but the school did absolutely nothing. So they get all these complaints. Parents are like, he's stalking my daughter. And the school's like, yeah, but he's a pretty good teacher. He comes on, he shows up on time.
If you're going to stalk her anywhere, you stalk her into school, not out of school.
That's right.
I don't know if you've heard, but it's really hard to hire people in 2022.
Exactly.
Stalk her right into the math
Can't
classroom.
hear you over there. We shut the door and you can't hear you. Mr. Diddley was even aware of the complaints, and he arrogantly joked that he'd been receiving complaints about being inappropriate with students for decades and that it was no big deal. It was come on, I've been harassing these 13-year-old girls for twice as long as they've been alive, and no one's done anything about it yet. So that's a direct quote from Diddley.
Have you seen my resume?
Is he a gym teacher, or does he teach like science?
It's not gym.
They don't say?
Yeah. No.
Well, in middle school, it wouldn't be athletics because they don't even have teams. You know,
You'll hear.
There's
They
still
don't,
gym. There's still
Some
gym
do.
teachers.
they don't say. It seems like. Yeah, they don't say. So finally, these 8 young.
they're not
men-
going to be like ultra competitive. It's not like he's like runs an amazing like athletics program or something.
It
No, I know.
might-
But
Some
they'll
are.
be horny.
It might be a music class, but I don't think it was. It sounds like it was like just a regular class, like math or science. So
Oh,
finally,
right. You're saying locker room stuff, Wes. Oh, I see.
Yeah, I'm saying they get in those shorts.
Well, you'll hear. No, it's not. It's not that. It definitely is not gym class. So finally, 8 young men, these boys that were students, created what they called a pedo database, which in reality was a Discord server where they wrote out and timestamped and dated all the creepy diddlyisms as he would do them.
Nice. Discord. Way to go. Good use. Good use.
Exactly. Get in our Discord. Hopefully, no one's discording our show behind our back and like putting all our like creepy stuff in there.
Well, it's just the internet. Well, everything we've ever said is that's creepy is on record. It's just out there for
That's true.
anybody.
You can't Discord us. We already Discorded ourselves. Okay.
live our lives on camera.
So, for example, one day during COVID, he because like they did this was over the course of like remote class and in class. One day during COVID, when they were remote, he asked all the girls to come to remote class in bathing suits the next day.
Yeah, well,
Not
shut.
joking. You know,
Oh,
the weather like?
looks hot out there. Why don't you bring those into the class, huh?
yeah, if you're going to go to the pool after, why don't you
They
stay
show
a
up.
few minutes?
What? I was kidding. You guys thought I was serious?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Who would
glad
ask that? A pedophile would.
What
I'm
do you
not
think?
a-
I'm crazy?
What do you think? I'm a fucking pedophile?
Wear their bathing suit because I'm going to make it rain.
Yeah, exactly. He often also would play a song in class and then ask a female student to come up and dance for him.
Today's song is My Neck, My Back.
Yeah, it's like it was a scene in True Lies when Arnold was fucking with Jamie Lee Curtis and he's like, dance for me, nice and slow.
What kind of? Yeah, did they say what kind of song?
Is that Gollum?
What a scene.
No, that's Jamie Lee bent over.
In the
bro.
far left-hand
That's
corner.
Jamie Lee's rear. Dog.
I see.
That's
Jamie Lee.
Schwarzenegger.
That's
Schwarzenegger. You
with
don't
the
remember
tape.
True Lies? Dance for me, nice and
yeah,
slow.
I love True
Nice and
Lies. You
slow.
know that. Put it back up. What it?
That's
That's
him. That's
Schwarzenegger
him.
in the corner.
He's got the voice
You got
recorder.
to put your glasses on or something. Yeah, you see it. You've seen the scene 1,000 times.
Yeah.
You know him. He's sitting in the chair. He's got his
You're-
face in the dark.
Your
Yeah,
eyesight's
okay.
real bad. And so between the digital evidence turned over to the school by the boys, once one of the moms found out that they had the Discord server and read it and was like, oh my God, you have to turn this over. And the family now threatening to place a restraining order on Diddley for stalking their daughter and probably masturbating in his parked car across the street from their house at nights. The school board finally physically removed Bo from school grounds and placed him on administrative leave.
Yeah. I'll take 50 yearbooks, please.
These the glossy.
Do you think he asked on picture day, like when they
Last
get
year these were matte.
Do you think I could get a copy of those? Can I get a 3x5?
Can you sign it and do a kissy heart over the eye?
What's
and
the
you
code on those
lowercase
photos?
I in your name instead of a dot. Can you do a heart?
Look, your body's changing.
Look, Chrissy, do the heart.
Mm.
Anyways,
I'd love to know his playlist. I'd love to
heart
know his
over your
playlist
eye.
for the dance songs.
yeah. So that was Sexy Time Too Young. No, no, no. Now let's switch to Sexy Time Too Old. Also, no, no, no. And I have to say, I don't agree with this one. Okay, just gonna preface it with that. I think Mr. Diddley should not have only been fired, but investigated for crime. So big fan of the Too Young. No, no, no today, but I cannot endorse The Sexy Time's too old. No, today. It's just,
Okay.
but it is the way it is because of the news story. Okay, so it's technically a no, even though I think, okay, you'll hear. So, the Taiwan Veterans Home, a government-run facility for retired soldiers in Taiwan, so that's confusing, but spelled differently. A nursing home was forced to apologize for hosting an offensive and lewd event. That being, they hired a few strippers and a DJ to come give lap dances to the old dudes in wheelchairs.
Yeah.
And someone in the building recorded it and posted it to the internet, snitching out the event. That obviously went viral immediately. This was last Thursday, and the nursing home got a bunch of backlash. Would you like to see the video?
Yes. I also want to know who would be mad about this.
I know. Well, this is ridiculous. There she is, legs spread.
Lord.
Oh, she's rubbing it. Look at that clap. She's clapping so hard.
Rocking back and forth.
These aren't hands clapping in for the listeners at home.
The old guys are clapping.
These dudes are getting lap dances in their wheelchair.
Look at this. He's got 2 hands full. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
She's rubbing his head. She loves it. He loves it.
Move action here. And he's being very respectful, I gotta say. I mean, she's grabbing his hand and saying,
He can
"Here,
barely move
take it."
too. So
Yeah, it says at the end. The DJ says, yeah.
Dude, that looks awesome. They should do that at every old folks home.
they should.
Obviously, everyone had a great time, a better than great time. The one guy in the back is clapping so hard you're afraid his bones are going to shatter.
Yeah, he was real excited.
This is like exercise for him.
Yeah, the guy, for sure, the heart, especially for the heart.
Get moving.
The guy getting the lap dance got 2 heaping handfuls. I have a picture, a close-up, I think, of, let me see. Look at this. I mean, he got 2 hands.
yeah.
You saw it.
I was feeling it. She was popping it. She was popping the pee right beforehand too. It was
And the
quite a show.
stripper, yeah, she was, Will. And the stripper who was compensated handsomely by the Taiwan Veterans Home was into it. She even grabbed his hands, like you said, and made him go back.
With all their inheritances.
Right. It was probably a nice payday.
They all
Wes, that's a
signed
good
over
point.
their whole wills to the stripper at the end.
Everyone won.
If you're a stripper, you want to work the old folks home show. Like that's
yeah.
that's going to be a lucrative event. Like and
Do
plus, like
whatever you say.
nobody's gonna like you're the odds of like actually having to like get these guys are old and feeble. It's not they're not going to be some aggressive
Strippers are
ruffians.
way
Cross
safer than at a
Son's
bachelor
name,
party.
Putting in Lulu's name.
How good they'd feel about themselves too if they did make a boner go pop.
Yeah. Everyone
right.
wins, Pat. All these points are valid.
Real challenge.
It was probably the last time of their lives moment, and everyone had to ruin it, saying it was inappropriate, right? And like Will said, every old folks home in the world should be doing this like once a month. Can you
Should be
imagine?
an option.
People would be hanging on for dear life if they're like at the first of the month they know they're going to get a lap dance. They're not going to die in that old folks home. I'll tell you what.
That's why they're
Look,
not going
it
to
should-
do it.
Yeah,
it should be
they
an
would,
option.
They would never have turnover rate.
Exactly.
It should be an option for people
It
for
looked
people
120.
who
Yeah.
are either widowed or single, or if the couples are down for it, you can attend. Because like this is a great thing for all old
It
folks.
looks pretty wholesome to me.
Taking a
now-
step further, Will, prostitution should be legal for everyone over the age of 80.
Well, I mean,
Let's go.
I,
Let's go.
That's a tougher
It's-
ask for the young
let's
strippers.
it's definitely something that is legal a lot of places, and the United States.
If your wife's dead and you're over the age of 80, free pass for prostitution. That's what I say.
yeah.
If the prostitute's up for it.
Okay,
Duh,
so
Mark.
80.
No,
What'd you say the
not
other one
talking
was?
rape. Wife's dead.
All right, I gotta get rid of her.
Widowers. This is a
Widowers,
this is a big industry for widowers. I would think.
Well, they
old
what if
folks
they
home
had?
strip shows.
Yeah, no, that wouldn't work because that'd be. No, never
Yeah,
mind.
yeah,
I think
like
it's
one
fine
or
for
two.
anybody who's allowed to attend. Honestly, if there's an old freaky couple that both want to go to and then they have a male strip show too for the chicks.
Prostitution
I mean,
aside,
come on, let's go.
this seemed like a very wholesome, and everyone's clapping. It seemed like a
I
pretty
don't-
damn good time. Now, this was in celebration of the Mid-Autumn Festival, which is a huge festival in China, and a spokeswoman for the elderly facility noted that the COVID outbreak had forced the nursing home to cancel their big Mid-Autumn Festival celebrations the previous 2 years. So they scheduled the stripper and the DJ to put on a show to cheer up the locals, but added, hey, I guess if you want to shit on it, then we're sorry, or whatever, you know?
Right. We had to make up for lost time.
Yeah.
How else do you think we could do it without strippers?
real sorry that we had the time. Everyone had the time of their lives.
Would barbecue have cut it for 2 years of makeup?
Yeah, I don't think so. Soda. Ooh, we're gonna have soda today. Taking it to the we don't have a soda lock because we're old here.
Listen, they were asking for blowjobs, but
Right. We met them in the middle.
they settled on this.
I mean, come on. Are we kidding?
You know, a group of old men is definitely lobbying for BJ's.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Taking it to the internet. Not at least a few people had some rational takes on the issues, like Living Deliciously or at Bates_Motel, who said, "When life gives you lemons, you squeeze the fuck out of them. This dude just had the best day in his last 3 decades."
Oh,
yeah.
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 It's a great point, living deliciously.
Look at the hands. And he was in heaven for sure. And how about this comment also in the same thread, which is, it's just a screenshot of an article titled, "Staring at boobs may give a boost to male lifespans," and a picture of a huge pair of boobs in a bra to go with with the 2017 article. You don't even need to click on this to read the data or the sources because you just know it's true. Like,
you just look at it and you're extending your life.
I just gained 5 minutes.
Yep,
Look
exactly.
at that. Guys, I heard another one too on a TikTok, and I'm not going to fact check it because I don't fact check things I just randomly see on TikTok, which is a way to live, and this chick said, and she was barely dressed at all. She had a bikini on, buxom woman. And she said that a blowjob a week can extend a man's life as well. So she was saying
the doctor way. Everyone's been telling you it's an apple a day, and it's really a blowjob a week.
Boobs, staring at boobs and a blowjob really goes a long way.
I know it's like tough for kids to hear. So, but you got to transition from the apple a day to a blowjob a week when people are of age because that's the actual. All right. Anyways,
that's what this TikTok chick said, and also the New York Post. So
I guarantee you, if they had monthly strip club things, you'd see a vast increase in the lifespan of that particular.
Mark, I think this is a golden opportunity because there's going to be more and more people in old folks' homes than ever as the boomers get older.
Start a company that does this. Yeah.
Yeah.
We should.
Yeah.
Offer it. The strippers would rather do this than go to like bachelor.
It's a vital service.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Lighten up, people. Let the 90-year-olds have some fun. It should be sexy time. Too old. No, no, no. They can't be too old. Lighten up. That's what this should have been. But we can't have nice things because of weirdos that find strippers, not even nude strippers, offensive. So thanks.
Yeah. Terrible. The old objectification.
Lindsay Graham's, who's got pimple ass, is
he's
like,
upset.
"Oh, this is horrible." Yeah.
He's super upset about this.
60 and a widower.
Taiwan? Are you kidding me?
You lowered it to 60.
Yeah.
Yeah.
60.
Yeah, you want to be able to you want to be able to thrust still.
60 and a widower.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe 70 because 60 is a little. There's going to be some
prostitution.
aggressive dudes.
No,
at
widower, though.
60
You got to be a
in there.
widower.
Right.
Honey,
Yeah.
People are gonna start killing their wives.
You hear that in the basement?
Maybe.
Yeah,
Just down the stairs.
60's got a little too
60
much
and a
sauce.
widower.
Yeah.
Look at all these dead wives popping
Got a
up
little
at
too much
60.
push at 60.
Yeah, 60's got a little too much muscle still. You need to have
Honey,
these guys need to be toothless.
I've been having
75
some
and over.
trouble with the wood chipper.
60
Wonder if
and
you
in
can look
a,
at
All right, we'll go 70.
in a disagreeable relationship.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. All right, guys, let's take a
Proven
trip.
innocent.
It's time for the TikTok International Moment.
Okay, fellas, today's TikTok International Moment starts us in Kyiv, Ukraine, and then moves us over one country to Russia before finally ending up down under. And glad I'm not ending because it's a very sad trip down under. Just prepare yourselves. First up, you'd think Kyiv and Russia would be the sadder ones, but
Yeah.
no, not today.
Well,
Okay,
Australia's had a pretty shitty run of it, so yeah, that makes sense.
right.
Yeah.
And this is really a cherry on top. You'll see. So in Kyiv, Ukraine, the capital, and this one is from Phil Wan and Jimmy Wett. Thanks, guys. Scientists around Kyiv are not only dealing with the threat of war this year, obviously, since Russia is trying to invade the country and bombed Kyiv earlier in the year, blah, blah, blah. But they're also seeing an inordinate number of UFOs. According to a new preprint paper published by Kyiv's main astronomical observatory in coordination with the country's National Academy of Science. So the Ukrainians are saying this: "We see them everywhere. We observe a significant number of objects whose nature is not clear." So the paper is titled "Unidentified Aerial Phenomena 1." Observations of events come from the observations made at NAS, which is the facility in Ukraine. The main astronomical observatory is in Kyiv, and then a village south of Kyiv called Vinarvika. I can't ever say Ukrainian words. The research describes specific types of UFOs that they've been seeing called quote unquote phantoms. And so that is a quote object that is completely black body and does not emit and absorbs all the radiation falling on it. So like basically a stealth type of UFO. And then the researchers are also observing UFOs that are so fast that it's hard to take pictures of them. But they did use their two facilities, the one observatory in Kyiv and then the other town south, to take pictures. So when the study fully drops, it will include pics of both the phantoms, which are the stealth ones, and then what they call cosmics, which are UFOs that light up. So Ukraine's claiming that they have like pictures of all this shit.
So a lot of UFO sightings historically have been around like nuclear bases, army things. So this checks out. But like, what do you think they're? Let's say it's real and all those things are real. What is their interest with war?
Just keeping an eye on us, I think.
Just keeping an eye on war,
or keeping an eye on seeing what's happening in America or in on the globe, on the earth.
Do they want to see the nukes not go off? Or are they going to suck them into their technology?
Maybe they're just watching. Maybe they don't. Maybe they don't give a fuck.
It's like watching a reality. It's like reality TV for them.
It could
like
be TV.
War. Yeah.
These could just be like
holy
it
shit,
could be Truman
these idiots
Show.
are warring right now. This is
It could be Truman Show. Right.
They also could not want us to destroy the planet so they can take it over.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But on the flip side of that, what if they're provoking the wars?
Yeah, what they could easily be. They could be amongst us, Mark.
They're always there.
And check this out, fellas. Maybe this was a phantom checking out the wildfires in California back in 2018. Here's some footage that was from Fox News that people caught.
That foliage sort of dries up.
So that's just a wildfire in Northern California somewhere. But you see what's coming out from behind the smoke?
The good news is
this like long cylinder type thing.
Up top?
Up top.
When you have these sorts of flare-ups,
it's just going through the sky. It's like a weird cigar-shaped thing.
It's not a plane.
No,
it's going towards a cloud shaped like a intern's vagina.
Looks like a helicopter.
It looks like a plane, dude.
No. That's not that one. Watch the one that was in the blue area of the sky. You guys were looking at the wrong thing.
Yeah, we're looking at the wrong thing.
You're looking at the wrong thing. Watch what comes out of the cloud after the guy stops talking. This.
Oh, that thing up top. Yeah, that's
this thing that was in the blue.
What the fuck is that?
You guys are looking at the planes and the helicopters, not that comes out of the cloud. Yeah, what is that? That's what the Ukrainians are calling a phantom potentially.
Looks like
which is like this thing that absorbs. It's like a stealth UFO. They're saying.
Interesting.
So. Pretty fucking crazy, and the report's gonna drop soon. Like they say, they got pics, so I absolutely will show you guys the pics as soon as.
What
they
do the
drop.
aliens want? That's what I want to know.
For real, right? That's what everybody wants to know. Next up,
Earthlings,
guys.
you got such good dicks. I mean, Jesus, this is like been all around
top
the universe.
30 at least.
Top 30 species.
How do your women handle these things?
Top 30.
That's going to be their first speech to us. Yeah. To butter us
Maybe
up.
We should send Tommy Lee to fuck the aliens.
He would show them what's up.
Yeah.
He would show them what's up. All right, let's move one country over to Russia. And wouldn't you know it, fellas, another Russian energy executive has died unexpectedly.
No.
Probably, Mark, but you'll hear. So this time it's Ivan. How do they sell it? Say IVA.
I think it's Evan.
Ivan.
Ivan Pecorin, 39 years old. He's the managing director, or was, sorry, RIP. He was the managing director of the Far East and Arctic for Putin's oil ventures. He reportedly, Mark, fell off of a boat and died Saturday near Russky Island in the Sea of Japan, nearly 6,000 miles east of Moscow.
Cruise ships have a lot of windows, but similar.
Right.
He was
Doesn't
pushed.
specify which kind of boat, but I'm assuming a lot of windows on that boat.
I think they call them portholes.
Yeah,
portholes.
Right. It's
Yeah,
you know, it's a bad sign when more people are falling out of windows and dying than window cleaners.
Right. Yeah, no, they didn't seem to have many of those accidents in Russia.
Right.
Just the people who allegedly were beat up and thrown out of windows, but Putin says they fell out on accident. Ivan is the third Russian oil exec to die of either a fall or an untimely stroke since the 2022 Russian invasion of Ukraine began on February 24th. So that's a lot. That's like one every other month. He's often of energy execs.
It's getting pretty brazen.
Yeah, pretty bad time to be a Russian energy executive when
He doesn't
Putin's
care.
having trouble in Ukraine. Okay, fellas, down under to Australia for our last stop in this TikTok international moment, and it's a sad one. Sadly, one 77-year-old Aussie man in Redmond, Western Australia. So this is going to be desolate. You know, this is like 200 miles away from Perth, which is a city in the middle of nowhere in Western Australia. The bush.
Well, that's
yes.
desolate. That's very desolate.
Very much so. Very much so. And sadly, this 77-year-old Aussie in Redmond, Western Australia, was not only beaten to within inches of his life by a wild kangaroo he had been keeping as a pet at his home, but when a relative found him and called the cops to help them deal with the aggressive roo, the kangaroo flexed and stood in between the paramedics and the old man and would not let anybody treat him for his wounds. So the roo had to be put down, and sadly, the man also passed away as soon as they put the kangaroo down.
That's what pit bulls do.
Guard the body. Yeah. Don't let the people come help it. That's what any good murderer does. Yeah.
That's a good point, Mark.
Murderers don't do that. Murderers do return to the scene of the crime. I guess it's the
But they're proud of it.
thing.
But they're proud of it. They're proud of their work.
They're not going to let you save the person they tried to kill, is my point.
No, I just did all this work to kill this guy.
Right.
And Mark, I think that's a good point because the Australian government
Medical
has since,
attention? No, not right now.
Still
no,
breathing.
I'm still killing him.
Yeah.
The Australian government has reminded Australians to not only mow their lawns, as we talked about earlier last week, to avoid roo infestations, in
Especially
your
you
lawn.
ladies.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Keep that short. Keep that trimmed. But they have also now pleaded after this happened with residents to not take in the animals where the adult males grow to 5'9", 200 pounds, and will kill you
Look at
if
the
you piss
nuts
them
on
off.
that dude.
Oh yeah, just
They're
hanging
so
nuts.
freaky looking, those things.
Pair of nuts.
Well, look how fucking strong they are. It's this guy's feeding this like almost 6 foot, 200-pound thing of pure muscle and testicles.
It
And
looks like a killing machine.
yeah, it's got claws for hands.
It looks like the front end is made out of muscle pliers.
Yeah.
Ooh, what are you doing? Do you want some kangaroos down there? Give it a trim, ladies.
Seriously,
thing to
there's
fly.
only
Kangaroo
one
guys.
thing we can do to stop this.
You're gonna get
Give it a
crotch
mow.
kangaroos.
You're gonna swing the kangaroos down there.
Don't ask me how. Don't ask me why. Just get the clippers. We don't have time to explain.
No. The mowing, not sure if I'm with the Australian government on the mowing to avoid kangaroos nesting in your grass, but I think it's pretty solid advice on not letting a wild kangaroo into your home as a pet. That's good advice.
Yeah.
There you go. Gentlemen, according to their website, Motley Crue is the world's most notorious rock band. They're currently in their 42nd year as a band. That's hard to believe.
That's pretty crazy. Those
They
guys
are-
dye their hair.
They dye their hair. Yeah, they are made up of
Those guys dye their hair.
63-year-old bassist Nikki Sixx, who famously once died and was brought back to life. 71-year-old guitarist Nick Mars. 61-year-old lead vocalist Vince Neil, Fat Vince. And the baby of the group, guys, 59-year-old drummer boy and perennial bad boy, Tommy Lee. And for those of you listeners who are younger, Tommy Lee's famous for two things: his ridiculous rotating drum set and his 10-inch dong.
His penis.
And
The rotating drum set is only
Not
something
as-
that
not as
people
famous. I don't know
that
about
people younger know or older know about. Yeah,
I didn't
that's
even
like
know.
kind of into drums, you know about it.
I didn't even know.
if
it was
yeah,
a
if you're
rotating
kind of
drum
into
set.
music and born like
does that
1980
mean?
or earlier, you know about the rotating
Okay,
drum
so
set.
check this out, Mark. It's like space camp. It's like a space camp ride,
Like
but he
harnessed
put a drum
into the
kit
drum
inside of it.
set.
So he can be playing upside down. It's like a
It
gyroscope.
flips him
He's-
over. Yeah.
He's inside the gyroscope.
Oh.
Yeah, it was big at the live shows, but like
That's cool.
that was like it is cool, but he's much more known for his penis.
Yeah,
Tommy
Pamela
Lee's
Anderson's-
probably he's not the best drummer. He's not the most famous drummer, but he's probably the most spotlighted drummer of any major band. Period, because he's a founding member.
Travis Barker.
Barker's up there.
Not nearly as spotlighted as Tommy Lee is. And I'll tell you why. in just a second. But you may have seen Tommy Lee's famous phallus last month when he cocked the internet by posting a pre-Viagra shot of his dick on Instagram. The photo, guys, was taken down after being minted into a personal NFT by Mark Zuckerberg. But if you thought that was the end of Tommy Lee's dong making wrong, then you don't know Thomas Lee Bass, guys.
Take down his dick. Take it down 9 times. He gets back up 10 with the dick.
Yeah, he's like me with weed. He's not going to give up.
No.
It's never going to stop.
No, a lady's never lied to him.
They always tell him the truth.
Right.
They tell him the truth. That's why they call him numero uno out of 30. Guys, the Crew was in San Francisco last week on their world tour. And during the solo portion, this is why I said Tommy Lee is by far the most featured drummer of any major rock band. During the solo portion of the show, the rest of the band goes backstage. Tommy does a little shtick. He plays some different instruments. It's not something.
Hey, scream out loud if you've seen my cock.
Yeah. A bunch of bras get thrown on stage. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to get in the gyro drums.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it might be too old for the gyro.
It's a 20-minute solo of him just being up
He's almost
there.
60. Anyway, guys, during the solo portion of the show, which Tommy has dubbed Wiener Talk, Tommy Lee decided to play a little game, and at least
I
one.
can't believe this is just happening now.
Oh, no, he's been doing this for years. It's just coming to light now.
Yeah. No cameras. Just kidding.
Guys, at least one concert goer was not happy when drummer Tommy Lee asked all the male fans at Oracle Park in San Francisco to expose their penises.
All the male fans? Oh,
Yeah.
this is different. Oh, not just his penis. It was
Well, it's also
everyone's.
different. Is there a ton of male fans? What's the name? Poison? Is that the or
Motley
what's the
Crue.
name? Motley Crue.
No,
Is
but fun fact, the lead singer of Poison, Bret Michaels, also made a sex tape less popular with Pamela
Pam.
Lee Anderson.
right.
Well,
But I can never
He wasn't
keep
working
the
with
two
as
of them
much.
apart. I don't even know the
He's
difference
got a
really.
big dick
But
too, though.
isn't it mostly chick fans? Because like it was like boy.
It's bald though. I mean, it's a 50-50. There's lots of dicks in the crowd, bro. Anyway, right after making the request, Lee looks over at a fan and says, "Happy 10th birthday, my little man." There's a little 10-year-old guy in the crowd, and then shortly after,
Pull your dicks out.
there was a big old dick on the jumbotron, as well as a few female fans' breasts. Do you guys want to see?
Breasts.
10-year-old to a Motley Crue concert if you don't
The
want him to
video?
see some tits.
You got to blur it out so that we won't get killed.
You're damn right. I'm sick with the blurs.
Fucking drunk about, I don't know, fucking a month ago, I got all fucked up and got taking naked pictures of my dick and posting them on Instagram.
Do it, Tommy.
You're the king, Tommy.
Do
Number
right
one.
now! Do right now!
I don't know, it just inspired me to start a fucking game with y'all. Like, if I show you mine, you show me yours, right?
Yeah, Tommy.
Well,
Yeah.
Damn right, Tommy.
I already showed you motherfuckers mine. Let me see yours. Let's go, boys. Whip the
You boys
dicks
want to
out.
strap in?
And my friend Danny's here somewhere. Get that
wanna
fucking
strap it
hog
and listen
out,
up.
bitch. Let's put it up there 60 feet. There we go. We got a dick. Get that dick out. Get your head out of the
Oracle
way,
Park,
bro.
Tommy.
Dude. Come on, bro. Do it. Your dick will be 60 feet.
You're gonna wanna hear every
on
word.
that bitch. Yeah, give it up. Let's go, baby. Get your head. Yeah, do it, bro. Oh, yeah.
Oh, crazy.
He's wiggling it.
You, my friend, got some fucking balls. And a lot of motherfuckers got balls. Oh. What's
What a
going on?
concert.
What am I missing? We got more dicks.
I'm assuming that somebody will be able to like successfully sue him for that.
No. And can I play some piano for you?
Let's slow it down with some piano.
All right, put your dicks away. I'm going to play a little Chopin.
Yeah, exactly.
Tommy Lee.
We see your dicks out there.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So as you can imagine, some people were offended. One fan in particular, by the last name Alvarez, he was so offended that he is filing a police report against Tommy Lee for indecent exposure.
You knew that.
Let's hear from this gentleman.
Alvarez and his sister Sylvia have been attending concerts since they were kids. They attended the Motley Crue show at Oracle Park on Wednesday. They were in for quite a surprise as founding member Tommy Lee asked the crowd to expose their genitals. Okay. Alvarez was shocked and says it was traumatizing to see so many people take part.
Minors and everybody was forced to see various people nude on the big screen, and everyone around us was doing it too. It was like Sodom and Gomorrah, it was crazy. Obviously, it's against the law to expose yourself in front of kids or anybody.
It's not in San Francisco.
In front of kids, 30,000 people.
Yeah, no, we've gone over that before. It's not illegal in San Francisco to take your dong out as long as it's not erect. But I don't know. I saw this. It was weird. Did you guys notice the cry on the lower third there on Juan Alvarez's clip? It says, "Local nerd who doth protests too much." I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
What do you guys think that means?
I mean, you shouldn't be surprised that
Juan's
there's
got a little
dongs
dick.
out at a Tommy
No,
Lee
I think
concert.
Juan was enjoying the scenery a little bit too much.
Yeah, and my son saw me get excited.
I mean,
What was the name of the guy that the TSA thing happened to? What if he was like the guy?
Rolando Negrin.
What if Negrin was there and he got spotlighted? He's like, "Come on, dude."
I mean, that is
I
probably
see you,
the weirdest,
Rolando.
that is probably
Just
the weirdest
worst
fucking
luck.
thing I've ever seen. Like Tommy Lee's begging his concert attendees to whip their cocks out, and then that's a weird show, man. I would never go to a fucking Motley Crue show again. That's weird.
Yeah, I was just standing
Well, the
there
bar-
waiting
that's
to
the
hear
bar,
songs like
so-
"Girls, Girls, Girls" and "My 10-Inch Monster," and then this son of a bitch asked everyone to pull their dicks out. Guys, Lee has no regrets, and he actually posted that same news clip and then mocked Juan Alvarez, being like,
Right.
"Juan, what the fuck do you expect, bro? We've been doing the titty cam for at least 20 years. This is a cruise show,
This is
bro."
part of the show.
And then he
Stop
said
acting like a pussy in front of your son.
He said, "The world is too soft. Been doing this shit for years, Juan. Motley Crue concerts aren't PG and never have been. Grow the fuck up." Complaining about complaining about seeing tits at a Motley Crue concert.
I think
It's
he's
like
complaining
complaining
about
about
the
seeing
penises.
He was more complaining about
cheesecake
penises,
at the Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah.
Well, legally, he's probably saying tits because he doesn't want to admit to the dicks being out. But
Right.
yeah. So does Juan have like a chance legally to get any type of like suit against Motley Crue?
He has a chance of his family knowing his true self this Christmas.
Yeah, that he's a nerd. No, he's not getting any money back. He's just outraged to the point of he's protesting on the TV.
I went to a Motley Crue and I saw
offended.
human
Yeah.
genitals. There were genitals there.
Juan, right?
And I'm not a child, and I don't have children, but there were children there, and I'm filing a lawsuit.
Write an anonymous blog, Juan. You shouldn't be giving interviews.
Dude, whoever took their 10-year-old to a Motley
Juan lost
Crue
his
show,
job.
that's a poor choice.
Juan lost his job.
I'll tell you what,
Yeah, everyone just thinks he's a horrible parent now.
I went through a lot of TikTok, and there are the Juans out there, and then there are the moms out there who are just covering their 10-year-old's eyes. That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the covering of the eyes makes sense.
And then they're laughing. They're like, "Oh, Tommy, I knew that you would do something like this because it's literally your whole image and persona to
Right, your
be
penis is your
nutty."
identity.
And literally 2 weeks ago, you, not by mistake, took your penis out and posted it on a safe for work platform, Instagram. But I didn't expect this, Thomas.
The moms are shielding the kids' eyes with one hand and lifting their shirts up with the other. Just like
When I realized that you were on your world tour
Flashing
and ticket
together.
sales weren't that good, so you did a promotional stunt where you took your penis out on Instagram to sell more tickets to the show that I'm at, I just didn't expect to see penises here.
You guys ever been to
Penises
a
is
concert
weird.
were everybody whipped out their dicks?
no, never.
That would be
I mean, it's-
fucking weird, right?
it's
No,
weird.
I wouldn't have called it a
It'd be
concert.
weird, yeah.
Anyway,
That's
guys,
weird.
let's get the wheel up. But yeah,
would've
I've been
been
there.
weird.
I've been there.
You've seen a Motley Crue show with the dicks?
Well, it was a sleepover.
Everyone get them dicks out.
It was a Catholic boys camp.
Marv.
Maryland.
My number was due.
Live on the coffee.
All right.
Ooh, back to back.
All right, everyone, put the dicks away. I've got to play 3 songs and piano.
Yeah. You wanna hear me play "Coming Home" on the piano?
I wrote this new love song, slow jam.
I will say this, guys. While looking for that video, I went through a lot of other dates on the tour, and previously Tommy Lee was doing a gag where he would be like, "You guys want to see my wiener?" And then he would pull a dachshund out of his pants. For some reason, I guess the dachshund was sick this night, and he decided to go this particular route.
He went with the fan nudity because he probably is not allowed to pull out his own cock on stage. There's probably some type of legal limitation on that. But
he doesn't want to
get that hog out.
Also for everybody who gets mad when I don't wear my sunglasses, they'll be back on tomorrow. I just don't have a light right now. Okay, so it's too
Hard
dark.
for you to see.
Too dark for me to wear them today. So just deal with it, people who get mad about the sunglasses.
Anyway, what I want you to do, what we all want you to do, is want you to get out there, and we want you to admit that in the top left-hand corner there is a gargoyle.
That's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah,
he's got feet.
It's
He's got loafers on.
Famous scene from True Lies.
You
where
need to
he's
rewatch True Lies, bro.
slowly.
Your memory is terrible.
Slowly.
It's a superimposed photo. Anyway, have a great fucking day. Okay, that's what
Nice and
superimposed
slow.
means.
Nice and slow.
Nice and slow. Yeah, that's it. Nice.
I
and
like to
slow.
watch.
Nice and slow.